All right, we're back. Levon Aronian, you didn't seem to have that many problems today, did you?
Yeah, I was familiar with the line.
Yeah.
After all, I think I'm the first player to play it.
You just told me that my base was outdated. You said you had played this line 3 times. But my base is kind of an online base. Is it some games that has fallen out on my base there?
Well, I think this position has occurred quite many times with the after rook f8.
Yeah, that I've seen.
And then,
I think that's on my base too, actually.
Topalov played bishop e2 against me.
Bishop
e2.
Okay, I'm not sure if that base game is on the base, is it?
I think so. There has to be a transposition. But
okay then.
And Vachier also, I think, played bishop e2 against me. But generally, I mean, white is slightly better, but black should kind of neutralize slowly.
Is it important, or do we get a quite different kind of position if you throw in bishop c1? Is that kind of a completely different kind of position?
Excuse me, rook c1?
Rook c1?
It's one of the main lines, yeah, queen g6.
Queen g6.
Then you have an option queen c2.
Right. So it's actually not so simple to be able to play.
I think Kramnik played like this against me.
But it's just completely different line.
Yes.
It's just a different line, right.
Yeah, bishop e2 is a line I played myself. I think Wesley took against me, and then I took with the queen. It was a year ago. And it's also, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it as well, because the queen on c4 is also not greatly played.
It's just a pawn, it's just a structure, no concrete lines, as you said. So it doesn't really matter what...
yeah, I mean, basically you're trying to play knight a5 and c5, whatever he does. So it's this kind of a Grunfeld feel to it.
Right.
And then definitely, I mean, if white puts the knight on e5 and plays f4, definitely you need to meet it with the g6 at some point.
If you play white, can you show if you manage to play?
For example, white plays something like this, and let's say, okay, bishop d3 or f4, and then at some point you either have to protect with knight c6 or g6. So you'll get a Grunfeld.
This is
in the end of the day.
This looks like something for white, actually, doesn't it? Or isn't even this something?
No, it's possible. It's possible that there's something for white. But black's play is very much like improved Tarash. I mean, you don't have to be an intelligent person to play it. Just knight c6, rook c8, so it's perfect for me.
Yes.
So I can just play simple moves.
You talked about your encounters in before the game, and we've seen that you have played many fighting games. You beat each other lots of times, even recently. You seem to beat each other all the time.
Yeah, but I remember that 1 year ago we played exactly in the 7th round, and I was also white, and actually I wanted to win very much, and then at some point I underestimated my position, and then I lost to Levon, and finally I was in a clear last place. So.
Do you think it's scary to play on the 7th round with white against Levon?
Well, it's not. It's not that I was afraid, but I was just. I just didn't want to repeat such a tournament, and actually I think it was not that simple endgame, and honestly speaking, I think that it was a little bit more precise to go knight c6, and here black is very safe because knight a5 is coming out, or if I take, then
yeah, I just wanted to keep some pieces on the board.
Yes, but here I thought bishop e2, king f8. I should have played some prophylactic move like rook b2, because if he plays rook c8, now I'm prepared against b5
But what if I play f6 after rook b2?
f6, knight g4.
Yeah, I thought about this. And
yeah, I'm transferring my... Okay, you can always play c5. I will bring my knight to e3. Or, okay, here maybe I have e5. But, okay, you can play c5 immediately. But
yeah, probably.
Takes and rook b1, f6. Knight g4, e5, knight e3.
But this is bad for me because of knight c4, I think. Maybe this is... I don't like this c5, actually.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have a choice, of course.
Rook b2 seems to make sense in different line series.
Yeah, I should have played this prophylactical move.
Do you have a plan, or is it just to stay here?
Just to keep the pressure.
Just to keep the pressure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe my knight c8 was optimistic somehow.
So, what about? Don't you normally play e4, Sergey? Now you played d4. We were told perhaps you were had prepared something sharp, since you have all these sharp battles before.
Well, actually, we have played against Levon in the candidates tournament, and he played. He went to the very sharp line, which is very principal, and did x4. And of course, I was more preparing against this because Levon didn't play h6 like maybe 2 or 3 years already, and you cannot prepare very sharp lines against all the
it's not possible
openings. Yes.
There are sharp lines here with bishop h4 and so on, but that's gone out of fashion totally.
No, it's very fashionable now, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because then you really have those long lines again, right?
Now,
but it's different story because there is no e4 already.
This is very fashionable.
Oh.
No, there is no e4.
Like that?
Yeah, there's no e4 anymore.
Okay, this is not what I wanted to play.
This is what they do. They take on c3, they play c5, then it's very sharp.
This very sharp lines. Is it possible for you as black to play c5 just to get a very sharp? Then it won't be possible for.
Sorry, what?
Here instead of h6. I think I read that somewhere. If you play c5 first.
Here c5 is not possible.
Isn't it?
I don't think so.
Okay, black doesn't normally play c5 here.
Okay then.
But it's
I remember.
It has to be considered.
I just thought I had something in, if you take and then h6 or something, but then we're
Like
inventing
this?
sharp things. But probably my memory is wrong.
Yeah, I think it's the age that is playing a trick with you.
Yes, but I have a base, but
I have never seen anything like this in my life.
So then I have, where do I have that from then? I thought I read it in a book. But what
Was it a comic book or?
something like that? I'm not sure. Someone was fooling me, probably. But Sergey, you're a fantastic defender, everyone says, and you were having people call you the defense minister of Russia and so on. But what do you feel the pressure sometimes to kind of win more games, or how is it? Isn't it a little bit boring being a chess player? Yes, I think it feels quite stable. But do you feel the pressure of winning more games from someone?
No, actually, I don't have this pressure. Actually, I think that many people think that I'm a good defender, but in fact, I don't always defend successfully. For example, in my game against Karjakin, and actually, I think that this year is I don't have many bad positions this year as it was before, and I'm trying not to allow such bad things to happen, and just if it's draw, then it's draw. But of course it's hard to win against such great players. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if it's kind of possible to change style in some way. If you get tired of draws, is it possible to change and suddenly play in a different way, or is that a risk on this level?
Oh, well, it's not a problem to try to play some creative chess, but then you may have some bad results, and
you will risk having more losses.
Yes.
Is that worth it? Having more wins? For instance, Karjakin seems to win and lose more games, and he loses quite many games.
It depends on the style.
Relatively, yeah.
Yeah, it's and also it depends on your form. If you are ready for the big fights, of course, you should try. But if you are in a bad form, then you should play more solid. So
yes.
it depends.
Okay then. You have to use the chance again, as usual. If you can help me, then, because with the other games, I have a feeling that maybe the Mamedyarov game is maybe drawn already. But perhaps you can just give your consideration on these games.
Yeah, this is an exciting game. At least there's positional disbalance. So Somehow it should be better for white, slightly better.
Feels better for white. That's
But,
that's the intuitive first impression.
Well, it's very unclear, I think. I had a feeling that black was completely fine few moves ago, but now
95.
what he plays after 95 is hard to say.
Because you're threatening knight d7, which is important, I guess.
I guess the idea is to play bishop d6.
Oh. And just sacrifice because you can, well, knight d7.
Knight d7 looks risky. I don't know. Queen f3 or queen f4. Sorry.
Queen h4.
Taking on f8.
Yeah, but
I
knight
think
f8, rook f8. And
Just play like this.
but king g2 maybe.
King g2, yeah? Aha. This rook is so bad, but it protects lots of threats.
I was a bit surprised by f6, I must say.
Well, it's very principled, no?
I was just wondering if they were oh, did he play f5?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm sure it was possible to play some rook b8 or whatever.
But this is very interesting. This is very principled for black.
Yeah. This seems to be someone may win this game because it seems like everything is on pre's here.
Okay, maybe he'll play some rook d8.
yeah.
Rook d8 is and then there's knight c6. I don't know. Tricks.
Yes.
All kinds of things happening here.
It's the most interesting game of the round, definitely.
That's the most interesting game.
It's the game of the year.
Might even be the game of the year.
Yes.
At this level.
I feel that Maxim is reaching his prime in this game.
In this game, you think he was worse before in this game?
No, but this is like this is his kind of position.
This is his kind of position. Cool. And then this position, which is also quite interesting, unbalanced. Well, if we just go back a couple of moves, we're talking here. I think he spent a long time and then he played e5. Good decision.
This looks interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, and very principled.
Because if he doesn't play e5, he can't do anything basically, or
It's
with
a
just
bit passive, yeah.
a bit passive. But it was possible to play 4 here, but that's maybe, I don't know,
Maybe too much.
maybe too much. Okay, and then a quick estimate before there's another game finished.
I thought that white had this funny move, but with the idea of bishop f5, but then black has bishop e7.
Uh-huh.
So, and then it's probably all leading to very, very equal things.
Right.
So he played this, and I thought that bishop e7 looked really strong.
Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't have found bishop e7 here if I hadn't found it there.
Yes.
So, and this looks, but he took. Now this somehow should be slightly better for white, somehow. I don't know how, but...
Is it hanging on b7?
But not easy. Maybe bishop e4 was not precise.
I'm wondering if it's hanging on b7, but okay. After
maybe
bishop e7.
Maybe he should have exchanged something first. You're trying to take on e7, yeah?
I was just wondering if it was b7.
Oh, b7.
No, but then the
Very
rook
creative.
end game is
It's
okay.
probably rook
Takes
and
rook
then-
b1, king c8,
Yeah.
and
Was also thinking
bishop f6.
that. Right. Something.
White is slightly worse.
And that's and white is actually worse.
Rook e8, rook e6.
Yeah.
And rook a6.
But maybe he should just take on e7, rook e7, f4.
Okay. We can ask the players, of course, about this game. We have another game finished, but you just when Caruana plays a bishop move like bishop f3, bishop d3, and Nakamura instantly replies knight bishop d7, and Caruana just goes. It seems like they're prepared for everything. This has not been played before. Did they just even play this old preparation still?
Well, the
right?
point of bishop d3, I think white is trying to avoid b6 lines. Like, for example, here black has b6. And he's trying to bring the game towards this line.
Yeah.
So, but...
I was just wondering if they kind of had prepared, just ever seems they prepare.
But actually, Hikaru plays this
You
line.
are well prepared in general against all kinds of surprises that may appear.
There has to
Hikaru
be a reason.
played it for both sides. So
why these players are rated
While you are
above-
sitting there and I'm sitting here.
Yes.
That's what you meant to say,
yes. Exactly.
Okay then. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for that one. Okay, we have another couple of players ready, I think. Thank you.